Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside and finished off the runner for him.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They went 3-and-out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
On play action, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again.
Come on, man.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Eason. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Eason to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
About 3 yards there to the 27. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun is Eason. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Eason sets to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and goal, Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
I'm tired.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Eason. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A final shot before break. Eason got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Following the fumble recovery, Eason. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Eason. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Play action. It's Lawrence. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
Come on.
It's taken in for a freaking touchdown. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he put
come on, God!
Pick up the football.
The computer just don't like me.
Well, number one on the
man
list
don't like me.
When you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that.
Man,
you know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath.
Just this year.
You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead
You know what it
that you
is.
can lock this game down with.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Eason. And that is incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some
hate
good
me.
work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 17, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown! Scotty Miller already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From just shy of midfield, Eason. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Brings up second and 4 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Eason. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward now to about the 3-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 1st and 10, Eason. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Eason. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Slam.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down.